motherfucking episode of the Porta Poddy podcast. Put your hands together, guys. Episode 80. I don't know what that fuck that was. Invisalign, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, fuck it. How's that shit going for you
I
this week?
spent fucking, like, that whole time bitching about me losing my Invisalign and me, like, all that shit. You know where it was? I found it.
In your fucking pocket?
No, in the car in the visor.
Oh.
I didn't wear it the entire time.
Hey, you were fucking dreading that shit.
Yeah,
bro.
I didn't, and I put it on. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was like, well, at least you were responsible when you lost it, so I guess.
No, it was before I started getting
Short
fucked
W.
up. That's the only reason.
I started doing Spile Direct back like when I was drinking, and it would fucking piss me off because I want to eat something, so I take them off so I could eat, right? But then I'd get drunk and I wouldn't remember it. So when I got sober, I kept doing it, and I was on the pattern, and I realized like it really wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Like my bottoms are still kind of crooked.
Yeah.
Like they never really went back to like perfect. And now there's advertisements for lawsuits against Smile Direct.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my shit is actual Invisalign. Mom's did one, too. I think she did Smile Direct as well. But she only, like, because she had braces before, and she started getting a gap. And then, so she ended up getting that shit. It helped, I guess. Fixed her shit. But, yes, works out for me. I don't know. But they did some more extra shit to my teeth as well, too. Like, my bite is all fucked up as well. It's fixing my bite. So, but I'm seeing an actual dentist, too. So, that could make the difference. He's like monitoring what's going on and then, you know, adjusting as it goes. So every time they send me not send me because I have to go to the fucking doctor's office, but every time I get a new box, because there's like 20 in a box or whatever, every time I get a new box, they fucking, before they order the next one, they like scan my teeth again. And then they have this like model on the screen of what's going to happen next with the teeth, and you know what needs to move where to be absolutely perfect and whatever. So they just update the model and then use that shit to send in to get the other molds made and shit. So
that shit definitely worked. It just didn't. It wasn't to like my liking. Like it was at the end of it. It was like fuck, man. Like it still looks kind of crooked to me, but it's a lot better than what it was.
Right. Yeah,
this ain't no ad. I'm sorry. Like we're talking about fucking braces and shit, man. Go ahead and introduce the damn.
Bro, I don't even feel like no progress in mine, but apparently it's making progress apparently, but I just personally don't feel no progress. I mean, I guess it's because it's like over time and you don't really notice.
I see progress a little bit, but I just don't know, like, because you have, like, 6 months left or something like that? I just know I got, like 6 or 8 months of payments left, so I'm just looking at right? I'm just looking at that shit, so, they better not, like, tack on some fucking, this is what I'm saying with this fucking Invisalign shit, because I'm done with paying that shit, huh?
Can they add on, like, if they're like, it's not perfectly in?
I mean, if a mechanic tell you, you know what I'm saying, it's this much, and then you go and, you know what I'm saying, skin them off, pause. Like, I'm not paying any extra because you gotta do more work. Like, what the fuck? You said you gave me this. I guess it might be an estimate.
If you pay for what you want and it's not to your liking, I would definitely go back and let them know, hey, there's got to be more to it. You already paid for it. You paid a shitload of money for it. They're gonna give you what you want.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah. Anyways. We back, man. You already know what time it is. If you don't and you ain't never been here, I am your host, Osama the Great. I got my trusty co-host with me, Dummy Boy, 817 back in the building. I got my motherfucking nigga, Lizard 300 in the building. You know what I'm saying? Also, my boy Dub D in the motherfucking building. You know what I'm saying?
What's happening?
And we about to turn this bitch all the way up. You know what I'm saying? It's a recap of the birthday weekend, all that. Recap of the Father's Day weekend, all that. You feel me? Yeah, I had a live ass weekend from what I can remember. You know what I mean? Now, I remember most of it. You know what I'm saying? The majority. I remember like 98% of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, even though the water looked dirty and it was like super salty, I still just sat in the water.
You sat in the water the whole time.
Most of the time, I was sitting in the water.
Pretty much all I seen was like a beer out of the water like this and your head bobbing like this because of the waves. Yeah. And then you see your like feet come out of the water every now and then. And then you stand up, walk back down there, get a beer, and go right back.
Because everyone else was like kind of sitting where we camped at or whatever. Like we set camp. And I was just like, bro, I'm not sitting in the shade when the water's right there and it's burning hot outside. So I'm about to just put some water on. Brother.
He started looking like Michael Jackson.
What's that
in
skin
the
condition
90s.
called? No, the skin condition where you got people got like white spots.
Vitiligo, man.
Yeah, I pretty much look like that.
We're laughing at Paul because you can see the streaks from where he sprayed the.
He had a whole circle around his belly button.
It was like because I guess you're right-handed, so you sprayed like really on the left side, but on the right side it was just blank.
Yeah, like my right shoulder got burned, but my left one didn't.
Yeah.
The next day, though, I used the cream in the spray.
It's a rookie mistake, though. Like, everybody does that shit. You don't think that you have to rub it in because it's like a spray, right? But
that's right, yeah.
You have to spray it and then rub it in so it'll go everywhere so you don't get the lines, you know?
I actually still didn't get... My burn was not that bad, honestly, though.
I mean,
I had spots. You're right. I did look like a fucking leopard.
I kind of asked for it, though,
man. Like the day we went out there, was that weather was really nice. It really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because here in town, it was blazing fucking hot, man. But when we got out there to Galveston, that shit was nice.
Yeah, especially when you get out on the water. At first, when we very first went out there, it was like 10, like 10:30 or so like that. We when we got out to the beach, and it was fucking humid as shit, bro. Like, it was hot. I was like, what the fuck? I'm fucking I'm terrible at being hot, like trying to help and do shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting all angry trying to put up the fucking canopy and all this bullshit. I'm like, I'm fucking sweating my balls off. I shouldn't be working this hard on my birthday, you know what I'm saying? But we got it set up, and then, you know what I'm saying, everything sat out or whatever, and turned on the music, cracked me a beer, sat there for like 30 minutes, and then the breeze started coming through. I was like, hell yeah, that's where it's at. Yeah. So after that, nice. it was straight. But day one, day one, we went out there, you know what I'm saying, and we were waiting for the Airbnb to be ready or whatever. So we went just to the seawall and fucking jumped out there and fucking was hanging out at the beach and shit. And basically, I stood in the sun for like...
hours,
like fucking 4 hours or some shit like that. And as soon as I got down there, I cracked a beer, slammed that bitch, cracked another beer, slammed that bitch, and then got to my third one. I was like, all right, cool, I can chill now. You know what I'm saying? Got me a little head rush type shit. And then, you know, I'm just celebrating, happy to be at the beach, you know what I'm saying? Happy this is my birthday. I'm like, where is this fucking dickhead? I'm just hanging out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, dummy boy was there, you know what I'm saying? We was hanging out.
But I was majority in the water.
Yeah, you was hanging out with your boy Drake and shit and Jerry or whatever. Or nah, Jerry was up there with us.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we took Zoe to the beach, so Carmen was like, just like anxiety with her and like trying to, you know, keep her, make sure that she wasn't going to fucking run away or, you know, get all fucked up anyways. So basically I'm hanging out by myself, basically. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, where the fuck is this dickhead? So I'm just like, just drinking fast, turning up music. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like trying to keep my mind off of it. And yeah, I ended up kind of fucked up before he got there.
I was like, damn, this fool is already like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, I was feeling great. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I had already had a beer and 2 Bloody Marys. I wasn't on his level though.
So what time did you get there then? Because that went Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was already there. That's the thing.
Oh,
I wanted to fucking eat before I started drinking.
No, not even that. He was already there the day before. Like,
yeah.
They went to NASA and shit, and then they went down there and fucking spent the night, you know, got fucked up and got a hotel room or whatever. But so
Bro,
I'm like, I'm like, asshole, I'm out here by myself.
What the fucked up part is when we were getting out of the car, I told everybody, I was like, how the fuck were we here last night and we were fucking having such a hard time getting our shit together? Like, I was fucking pissed at the car, bro. JoJo just be standing there looking at me. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? Get your shit. God, I was losing my shit. Amy finally looked at me. She goes, you need to calm down. I was like, all right, fuck it. You get it ready.
I'm calm. Look at me. I'm calm. So calm.
I was like, just give me a fucking beer.
That's
give me
how
beer
I
in
was.
Copenhagen.
So we leave there and we go to the Airbnb. It's lit. It's nice. We're looking around and shit. And then everybody's like, let's go eat or whatever. And so we get an Uber and we riding in the Uber. And once we go to the Uber, I'm kind of like in and out. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to like really feel drunk. Because I'm standing in the sun this entire time just slamming beers, you know what I'm saying? And so we get in the Uber and I'm sitting behind the driver or whatever, and I don't know, I gotta hold on to something. Bitch, you driving in a fucking minivan and shit doing like this? Like so I hold on to the bitch seat. And I really don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Like these fools told me like she was bitching or whatever the fuck, but I'm behind her, oblivious to this bitch really bitching about anything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like having a good time, talking shit, hanging out, right?
Bitching about what?
She wasn't bitching.
Me grabbing her fucking seat and shit.
Yeah, that was all she said. She was like, "Hey, my seat." And I was like, oh, this motherfucker's going to get us kicked out on the side of the road in the middle of fucking back roads of Galveston somewhere.
Yeah, so, yeah. And then, I don't remember, like, the end part of the ride. I just remember getting there. I remember walking or waiting, right? We had to wait for a little bit. And then before we got into the restaurant, I remember walking through the restaurant. I don't remember ordering food. I remember sitting down. And then I don't even really remember eating.
Wow.
and then we were outside getting an Uber again.
That's a crazy.
I got an Uber. I don't remember the drive back at all.
He sailed right across a lot of the funny shit, dummy boy. He just skipped right across.
All right. I'll throw myself under the bus.
No. The restaurant shit was the best.
So have to. We have a job. We have to inform everyone.
So I remember, like, bits and pieces that I just didn't, throw in there or whatever the fuck. But this was before we even had got there. I was kind of like talking shit or whatever the fuck. But we celebrating Pride Month, right?
Oh, brother.
So I just wanted to like go all the way left with it. I'm like, if everybody's just so comfortable celebrating Pride Month, you got to be comfortable with a big guy being super fucking sus, right? And no, nobody was.
Oh, I was totally okay with it.
I mean, you were laughing and shit, but everybody else was like,
I was laughing too.
Crazy shit, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's my birthday, nigga. I don't know none of these fucking people.
You never gonna see them again. Fuck them.
Never.
Yeah, fuck it. I was just out there clowning. I'm like, but, everybody's so good with Pride Month. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's flying. Bro, you drive down fucking Galveston, the Seawall area.
Seawall Boulevard,
you see none but fucking rainbow flags here, this. I'm like, okay. Let's see. Apparently it's weird. You know what I'm saying? But
apparently they didn't want to hear a bunch of fuck daddy. They didn't want to hear a bunch of that.
You say that. We just doing fucking weird shit, like just joking out, laughing and shit.
Just being loud in the restaurant.
Being super loud. Everybody thought I was gonna fucking trip out and like fucking flip tables and go gorilla on everybody, but I was just like, just being me, being loud, and everybody's like, shh. I'm like, for what?
Well,
we're at the beach.
I even moved to the middle table. I was like, nah, let's get loud. Let's.
Oh yeah, Carla over there too. Y'all, these fools are egging me on and shit. Like, yeah, come on, turn on. It's your birthday.
They were on it though in the restaurant. They were. I mean, I feel like they did the food pretty quick.
They try to get us the fuck out of there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
They're like, we need to get them out.
Exactly what that was.
I mean, still, the food was good. And
Well, y'all are welcome. I got quick, speedy service for us. Yeah, so then we get back to the house, right? And it's spotty, you know what I'm saying? And then I woke up the next day.
that's great. I don't remember nothing on Friday.
No, you jump into the blackout time machine, and,
Yeah.
and then you open your eyes up, and it's the next day, and you're like, oh, shit.
What did I do?
Like, how did I get here? I don't even remember going up to bed, you know what I'm saying? Carmen said she came in the room and I was face down like I was dead on the fucking bed, like laid across that shit.
Oh, yeah, you definitely just went to the
because
bed.
you did go to bed.
And Zoe was jumping on my back and shit, like just running around. So that was day one, and then day two.
Bro, only day
Surprisingly, though, I didn't wake up with a hangover either day.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
me too.
That was fucking awesome because I drank a lot.
Right?
Hell yes.
Give me a high five, brother.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the fuck that happened, but it happened. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so then, the next day, and then everybody's at the beach hanging out. Eddie comes through, you know what I'm saying? I had a few coworkers come through and shit too. Turned up, you know what I'm saying? Through the night. Oh, Lizard went to bed early. We gotta say that one.
I'm
sorry, you went to bed early the first night.
Yeah, that's why I left you alone. I was like, fuck, I guess I left him.
That's why I didn't see you later in the night.
Yeah.
Bro,
I was like, where's Paul?
Friday night, when you had went to bed early, I don't remember parts of that night. And Amy told me, I looked right at her and said, take me to bed now. I don't remember.
Or lose me forever.
Yeah, I probably did say some shit like that.
Super
Don't
proud.
let go, Jack.
You knew it was gonna happen because, like, I was watching Paul and y'all had that jug of what did y'all make
Oh
y'all had like a mixed drink, right?
Yeah,
we had the ranch water in there.
Ranch water, and like it started where he would just like take a shot of it and pass it around, and then it was just like he'd gulp it, and then it was just like he was just fucking drinking the whole thing, and then he's like, "Hey, tell your son to bring me that Don Julio," and I was like, "All right," so he brings that, and there he goes, he's just chugging the fucking bottle. I was like, "I'm about to get it." I was surprised you were still standing. Like when we left, you were talking and everything. I was like, "Dude, this motherfucker's gonna crash."
Bro, we got back to the house that night, and I can't remember what the fuck was talking about, but I was just sitting there. I looked at Amy. I was like, "Come on, let's go see what the kids are doing." That was like we're just gonna sneak away.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck y'all doing?" I didn't really give a fuck what they said. Technically, I checked on the kids, and then I was like, "You ready?" She was like, "You want to go to bed?" I was like, "Yeah." She gave me the happiest look. Boom, we went off and poof, crash. And then I got these Snapchats through the night. Or when I woke up, it's your shot. It's your shot.
I'm like, Paul, I'm zooming in. It's your shot, Paul. He left me there to drink all the rest of the Class Azul, so I had to finish it. You know what I mean?
I was like,
I
don't need none of that, bro. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
You did take a shot though, right?
I did.
Jerry did too.
But I was like, I can't do no more. I just can't, bro. I know what they're gonna do to me, and I'm.
So Carla sat there and got fucked up with me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mom too, but yeah.
I was like, sneak away.
Everybody else had scurried off. You know what I mean?
My son was like, he said, "Man," he goes, "Dummy Boy was on it." He goes, I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Cause," he goes, he goes, you could see him slowly, like getting a little bit more drunk, a little bit more buzzed. And he was like, and then he was giving me that old head talk, like, "Hey man, stay in school and keep doing your work." And he goes, the whole time I was thinking like, "Yeah, this is great, but you just graduated like a couple months ago, bro. Like, why you speaking on that?"
Yeah, let's not pass that. We were there for his graduation as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it was more for his birthday though, because we already celebrated here for my graduation. So more shine on you.
Yeah,
it was an all-inclusive, all-inclusive party.
Yeah. I mean, because we did the same thing when Mama's graduated and shit too. So
yeah, I didn't need I wasn't into we need a fancy beach or anything like that. Just give me some water. And I'll just lay in that water and just
got the
rock
water
out.
pools.
Yeah, take you out back.
Pools.
Yeah.
One of them little inflatable pools laid out in it.
Shoot, if we could set up a kiddie pool in the backyard, it'll be amazing, brother.
Give me one of those
He be sitting out there.
inflatable sides.
He's sitting out there with a fucking beer in his hand with a bendy straw in there and shit. Juice boxing it up.
And don't forget the umbrella.
Yeah.
For
All
real,
the
for
money
the-
you saved on having a beach house, you can just buy them all beer and he'll just sit in that fucking kiddie pool the whole time.
Fuck, we could have saved the fuck ton. Anyways, it was a good time. So
That was a
Didn't
damn
matter.
good. Hey, that house was nice too, man.
It was.
Yeah, it
a
was.
really fucking nice
that
house.
shit was
And
nice.
it was sturdy too, because the other one, it was like super shaky. And
Yeah.
I was scared. I was
Hell
like,
yeah.
oh my God, this house can fall at any minute.
It looked
Yeah.
like it just got rebuilt or something. Like it looked really like
That shit was
refurbished.
nice. I want to get that fucking White House that's right there on the
Man.
beach. That bitch is bad, bro.
It did look like
Price
the
on
White
that,
House,
I
right?
think- I think the price to like it's going for not to rent it, but the actual like asking price, market price is like 1.8 million.
Sheesh.
And
God damn.
it literally says in bold letters, not for sale. So they're only using it to rent it out. Like that's
Yeah,
fucking
for
crazy.
sure. 1.8.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But I mean, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make
yeah.
some money. You know what I mean?
That's some drizzy
just off
money.
of the prices that they fucking asked for that shit, bro. And you know, peak times and shit, motherfuckers gonna be renting the fuck out them shits.
Oh fuck yeah. That's literally I guarantee how they paid for the whole house is just renting it out for a very expensive price. It's beachfront property right there.
Fuck
Nice
yeah.
private little beach.
You seen they were fucking building another one, like right, you know, a couple,
Yeah.
yeah.
couple
To the
houses
left
down
of
and shit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I would never sell that. I don't know how you
Oh,
get
no.
insurance on something like that, but it's got to be through the roof if you do.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
If you can afford that 1.8 million, you can afford the insurance.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
yeah, because you gotta get the how you get flood insurance on
It's
the
like,
beach.
It's like asking what the gas mileage is on an RV.
True. I like that.
Yeah, man. All right, let's get into some topics, man. I mean, I guess the biggest one on the table is traveling down to see the Titanic.
Literally.
Are you paying the amount of money that these motherfuckers paid to travel down in a Coke can to go see
Speaking
the
of oceanfront
remains?
property,
How much did they pay?
Altogether, I want to say it was like
it's 250,000 a ticket.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
that was
so
per
it's-
ticket.
okay.
Okay, I thought that
That
was
ain't hurting
altogether.
their pockets though.
To travel
No, but
down
did
in a
y'all,
Coke
did y'all
can.
see who was all on that motherfucker?
I just heard about 2 billionaires.
There was two
like-
billionaires. I thought it was one.
No. There's multiple rich people on there.
Yeah.
One of them is some guy who's infatuated with this fucking the same thing that Bill Gates is doing with the food. Some kind of engineering with food. He's
Yeah.
he's
I have
competing
that
with
on the
Bill
list
Gates
as well.
on that. Another guy, he's another rich guy. I want to say from UK or somewhere that he's infatuated with Antarctica. Like, there's rich people on it. I mean, obviously, the $250,000 a ticket.
I don't think he's gonna find much about Antarctica at the fucking bottom of the ocean.
I don't think it was about Antarctica,
Maybe you
but
could
he's
see
infatuated with it.
Antarctica, like what's underneath it, but you know.
It says
Might die.
the 5 people aboard are the founder of the company that operates the vessel, a British businessman and explorer, a British father and teenage son from a prominent Pakistani family, and a French maritime expert.
I'm just saying, bro. Like,
But like
The explorer
If
guy's
I'm-
the one's infatuated with Antarctica, I think.
if I'm a
I mean, isn't that where
billionaire,
that's where
Oh.
Titanic went down, was around that.
No, I don't know. The Titanic was way up north.
Oh, wasn't it?
Yeah, like not New Zealand. What is that up north? Because it was coming from
Iceland?
fucking
Like Iceland,
wherever the
yeah?
fuck it was to America, if I'm correct, right?
something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that
I don't know
much.
why I thought it was.
I just know the Titanic has bad juju. I
Well,
don't
now
want to
it
go visit
has.
bad juju. That's like saying, let's go sleep at this haunted motel. That's fucking dumb as fuck.
I mean, do you want to sleep in a haunted hotel? Let's do it.
No, not ever. I don't even like driving past it. If somebody says, "Oh, we're coming up to this haunted hotel," I'm gonna make a quick left and I'm gonna go around that bitch.
I mean, this is my thing though. You're okay. They just named one billionaire, and then they say the other ones are prominent. The Pakistani son and dad, right? So I'm pretty sure they got like oil money or whatever the fuck they, but they only said one guy was a fucking billionaire, right? But so I'm focusing in on that. If you got this much fucking money, how the fuck did you get that much money and you're that goddamn dumb? Like to jump on this fucking thing that you control with a fucking Logitech controller, and then you got like a fucking sticky nightlight on the fucking a tent camping nightlight on the fucking top of this shit.
And there was no like y'all didn't think of a way of, okay, if this submarine does fall down, how will we get it? Like they're now trying to come up with a solution. Like, how do we pick it up?
Bro, but I'm thinking like this too. I'm not like a rocket science or scientist or anything, or I'm not the smartest guy in the world. But I think it takes a lot more to like pressurize and depressurize and all that shit than some fucking bolts to hold this shit together. You know what I'm saying? That you got to get bolted in from outside, and then you know what I mean? Like,
it's worked before. Like, this wasn't their maiden voyage. I think they had like 2 or 3 other voyages before this.
Nah, I'm gonna need like 15 to 20 voyages.
Like, I'm not saying that at all.
I show up, they got fucking duct tape holding the window on and shit. Like, I'm cool, bro.
No, I'm not. No,
hey, let me find out they use that fucking, what is that fucking Flex Seal shit?
Flex tape.
Rinky dink ass.
Out they sealed it with that. The lights you're talking about are their as seen on TV clicker lights.
This is going to be like a IRL, like 40 meters down, the movie.
Yeah.
They're going to get delusional and think they made it to the top, and then they're just going to die.
Apparently, they found it, right? And they heard some
I heard last night they found it.
They heard some knocking on it.
There's some knocking or something, yeah.
I seen a TikTok. He was like, it's bad to inform you that them fuckers are dead. They're not. He's like, ain't no way in hell that they're alive. But, bro, like, it showed pictures of like the bolt that goes in this shit. And again, I'm not the smartest man in the world or a fucking mechanic or anything like that. But these bolts, bro, were small ass bolts, bro, like a pencil,
like a
maybe with like a little nut on the back. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be stupid. I mean, they'd need to at least, for that much pressure, they would need to at least use like 1/2-inch bolts.
Well, he worked with like NASA and all these engineers for the pressurizing system. Everything else, the structure of the damn thing, he bought from like Amazon and Home Depot and shit like that.
See,
but the actual pressurization and all the shit, the things that make it submersible, like he worked with NASA engineers and all this shit for all that stuff, because that shit has to be right. It's not like he can't just fucking figure it out. He had to actually have that shit right. But everything else.
But the pressure is going to be different from outer space to under the ocean.
I guarantee you, a lot of them are going to lose their job after this.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, dumb boy. Go ahead.
So I guarantee after this, everyone's going to lose their job. Whoever worked on it. So GG's in the chat. For
it's them. A small company. Who they going to fire? The dude.
Then they're shutting down the company.
Some of them asked for their fucking money back. And he didn't give him the money back. He was like, nah, hold on, okay? we going to do it next week.
Non-refundable. Did you read that part? Non-refundable.
In like 60 to 80 years, we'll pay you back.
See, now the conspiracy shit's coming out of me, because you just said, we could, the pressure in space is different than the pressure in the ocean. Well, what the fuck, man? Like, what kind? Like, this is our ocean. It's here. How the hell do we have technology to get into fucking space, but we don't have technology to get into our ocean? Like, now now I'm starting to think. Like, I've already told y'all some of my conspiracy shit on this, and now it's spreading. I'm seeing a lot of people say that they agree with what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That I do not believe that these motherfuckers died. I don't even think that they're in the damn submarine. Ocean. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I think they faked their death. If they do find out who they are, like if we do recover these people, I guarantee they're not going to be the people that we think are dead.
Right.
Because we don't know any of these motherfuckers.
This is what I was looking at, and everything is leading up to me, like, and then them finding this shit, bro. And if they're alive, like, they kept pushing the goalposts back to me, because everything that I was seeing, like, they got they got like 40 hours left, and then they got like 30 hours left, and then they got 20 hours left, and then whenever I heard that they found it, then it's back up to 40 hours. I'm like, what the fuck is really the truth? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, bro, it's like, I don't think them niggas were in there, bro, because like if
I don't.
How did they know? Like going based off what you just said, right? They were just using I guess you could say like a mathematical equation to determine how much time they have based on how much oxygen they took. How the fuck did they determine? Oh no, that we found them. They actually have 40 hours left. How the fuck did they determine that? They can't even talk to them.
They can't talk to them.
I mean, but you know who went in there, so then probably just do some research on them. How much do they weigh?
No,
you know?
Based on what they said, this many people, 4 or 5 people, based on this much oxygen, will only last this long.
Wait, what was that point you were trying to make, W.Y.?
I mean, but like you know
the
could
people
be
that were in there and you research them. What do you mean by that?
like you can who's in there. You don't. There's like billionaires walking in there, so you had to do some. You know what I'm saying? You had to know like their name and some information, so then you can be like, okay, how much do they weigh? And then I don't know.
Okay,
I don't think they actually went that far, but you could do that.
But
and then
if you are justifying it that way, like let's stay right there. If you're doing it that way, then that's under normal circumstances. If you're fucking panicking, you're gonna be displacing oxygen a lot more, right?
Correct.
So I asked, and they're gonna be panicking, especially if they can't fucking navigate this shit.
Yeah,
you know, what the fuck are we gonna do? I don't know. Sit down, stop breathing. You're gonna waste all the air.
Drink the water coming in,
motherfucker.
Everybody remain calm. What do you mean remain calm?
Calm? Do you know how fucking far under the ocean?
And on the top it says, fasten your seatbelt.
Remain seated.
It's not like an airplane when the oxygen drops and you put the mask on so that you can fucking calm down. No, you're breathing the oxygen, motherfucker.
So I've been asking, I got this AI, you know what I'm saying? And I ask it questions all the time. And it's been pretty accurate for the shit that I've asked it. So, like, but I just asked it, how deep can a submarine go? And it says it depends, but, it can go as deep as 36,000 feet. And then I asked, well, how deep underwater was the Titanic?
I think 12,000.
The Titanic lays approximately 12,500 feet under the water. So, like,
yeah, you can't ask something about how far a submarine go down because we can't know that if it's military submarine,
right. But I asked, I said, what I say? I said, how much does a submarine cost? And it said, depends on the type of the submarine. It can range from a few $1 million to over $1 billion. Why the fuck didn't you just buy a submarine?
Why didn't you just buy the fucking cartel buy submarines?
Right. Yeah. And there's some bullshit ass submarine filled with coke and shit all in
the. They have no fear in their submarines.
You ever seen those videos?
They come out all geeked the fuck out.
I'm staying up this whole trip, guys.
I mean, but if you got I don't know. Like, let's just say you just had that type of money, right? And you're not expecting to go there multiple times. You're just like, hey, I think it's fun to, the idea of trying to see the Titanic in person. Like, I think that would be a pretty cool idea. Let's just rent one out. We go.
Bro, they got videos of that shit already. Why the fuck do I need to go down there and see that shit?
I'm good. In person.
Fuck that. I don't need that.
No, I mean, I wouldn't want to go see the Titanic, even if this submarine had say 100 dives. I wouldn't want to go see it just because I'm a big person on bad juju shit. Mm-hmm. Because it'd be my luck. It'd be the 101 time I go down there and that bitch is just gonna fucking implode on itself and I'm done. That would be my luck. But I do kind of get what you're saying. There's a museum now. Granted, it's not as deep as the Titanic, but isn't there a museum in Pearl Harbor where you can go underwater and see the sunken battleships from Pearl Harbor? I believe so, yeah. That shit would be cool to go see. Right. I'm not going that deep to see the Titanic. It's not happening. And it's the Titanic. They could say there's Cardi B's golden vagina down there. I'm not going.
You're going. You're cat.
You're spending every dime. You're borrowing money from your friends. Stop it. You're lying. Stop it. Amy, where are you?
Lying. Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
Where's Amy? I'll ask her and she'll
Stop
tell
the
me.
cap.
Yeah.
You snitch.
We know you going, bro. You'll dive down there like the Little Mermaid and shit.
He's like, screw the submarine. I'll go
Scuba
myself.
Steve. Fuck $250,000.
Fuck Little Mermaid. I'm gonna dive fast like Aquaman down there.
Nah, but so the fucking I just Googled this shit, but the Marianas Trench is like 36,000 feet under the top of the ocean or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But so
Under
like
the sea.
12,000 feet is not that far, bro.
No, I think it's
Compared to that's like a
But we
fraction
can't
of
compare it.
a third of the fucking amount, bro. So you got to have something like that. One craft is the craft that took them down there. You seen the videos, right? Of the craft that took them down to the Marianas Trench.
Yeah.
But like,
And they only got to stay there like for a little bit or whatever the fuck, and then they had to come back because it's like too deep. But if you can go down that far and just stay a little bit, bro, they got to have a craft that you could fucking buy that's gonna go 12,000 fucking feet, bro.
It's only like 2.5 miles, right?
2.2.
We can't
12,000
miles. We can't get any kind of like communication with their, I guess, GPS or all this shit, right?
Oh, it's only
Moon-
2.5 miles?
The moon is 200,000.
This is what I'm talking about.
You guys are comparing.
How the fuck?
No, we're not gonna get into
We're
this
not
time.
comparing. I'm not comparing
Not
shit.
or just apples. Here's the thing: when they communicate with outer space people, they have sophisticated technology. We just admitted that this guy bought everything from Home Depot. So get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Hey man, they went to outer space in Fast and the Furious, dog, in a fucking Fiero. You feel what I'm saying?
Family.
They went to the moon
Family.
when sophisticated technology wasn't our sophisticated technology.
Yeah, they probably bought that shit from Home Depot
let's
too.
find out
Shit.
what
They
They
did
were
it.
probably using fucking Motorola two-way fucking walkie-talkies to communicate. These dumb fucks. Come on, what are we talking about here?
Nah, them
They did a
niggas.
whole
Nah,
DIY
fuck that,
on the
nigga. They did a.
Logitech controller. Do you really think they spent money on communication?
No, fuck you. They did a live stream from the goddamn moon when you couldn't even do that shit. They didn't even have cell phones back then.
With technology. No, fuck both of y'all. They're running on some bullshit.
No, let's stay here. Let's stay here.
Right here.
No, I'm
Right.
saying,
That's
this
bullshit.
company is on some bullshit.
Right there,
with
right there.
Motorola two-way walkie-talkies. Fuck that. That they're as good as NASA. If they were as good as NASA, we wouldn't be having this fucking conversation.
Anyways.
No, I'm not comparing them. I'm saying they never fucking win.
Wait, did you search
The
up?
moon? Fine, we
Yes.
can have that argument all day. I'm not going to argue that because that is a long fucking argument. And if I'm being honest, I'm 50% on that.
Yeah.
But we do have fucking satellites and all that shit.
Yeah,
They can
there's no
communicate
lizards
to the-
outer space.
to the what is that? The space station, whatever they call that, right?
International Space Station.
Okay, they can communicate with them because they're using sophisticated technology. These guys are using Logitech controllers and fucking duct tape for all we fucking know.
Bro, how sophisticated was it when you could fucking watch TV on a black and white TV? Rarely people had fucking color
Okay,
TVs
well.
back then, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, they not communicating. I don't
And
know
you're
what to tell you.
calling? Like,
What? Maybe they should use their cell phone.
one
And again-
small step for man. Get the fuck
No,
out of here.
no.
This
no,
wasn't their
that's-
first tour down to the bottom to see the Titanic. They've communicated before.
No.
How many times?
This
How
is
many times?
why. This is why I heavily believe that there was aliens on the moon, bro. I swear to God, it had to have been something like that that deterred them. Like they
Thank
must
you.
have scared them off, like real bad,
you-
and told them like, "Don't ever come here." And then
Scared the
Where do you think they
aliens.
got the
Or,
idea?
no, they're
oh,
just
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I believe that heavily. Like,
Nah.
the fact that you're like, oh, we
Yeah.
lost.
Who wants
the
to live on the
technology.
moon? It's a piece of shit. It's just like there. Like, it doesn't even, like,
But still, we're like researching it. We're not living on the moon.
I
We're
mean,
trying to
not
live on
researching
Mars,
it. That's
not
the
on the
problem.
moon.
We're not researching it. That's the problem.
right. We haven't been back. Like, why are we
Exactly.
going? But we want to go to Mars.
Because they scared
Yeah,
us
they
off
are
the
more
moon.
interested in Mars. That is true. They are more interested in Mars.
You should be trying to get under the ocean. Why is Elon not building something to go a Tesla
Man, 'cause-
submarine?
That's not a part of my
never
argument.
heard
So
of
you can have that
Megalon?
argument with somebody else.
You haven't watched Meg yet? That's why.
Hey, did you
Oh, the
hear?
doll.
Did you hear the theory of those the crater sites or whatever the fuck where supposedly asteroids hit? Have you ever heard of the theory that those were geysers
What are guys?
and not asteroid impact areas? And it would like this whole. I wonder if I saved that video, but this whole theory is like basically trying to like go along with the Bible and the Earth flooding or whatever the fuck, and then like basically all the geysers went off at one time, and it kind of correlates with like how like on the mountains and shit you get like you can find like fossils of like fish or like seashells and shit like that like high the fuck up way above sea level and shit like
Just
that.
the same theory that goes with that mountains are petrified trees and shit like that.
Oh no. Separate. Yeah, I've seen that shit too. Yeah. There was giants or whatever the fuck. Yeah. But this goes with that the Earth is way bigger than what the fuck you think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That they try to portray in their little fisheye lens from space.
From space.
Yeah. What about underwater, bitch?
No, we're fucking with that. There's aliens down there.
I'm still stuck on these fucking niggas were smart enough to get all this money, but just so dumb to go riding a fucking coke can down to the bottom.
Watch what I tell you. This is going to be a Netflix series. Watch what I tell you. This shit going to be a Netflix series.
Bro, it got the whole world watching while all this shit is going on in the world.
I think they're already starting a movie about it.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're already starting a movie.
This is how we build the submarine ship. Look at us go to Home Depot.
No, they're down there with their fucking video cameras and shit. It's day 35 stuck at the bottom of the ocean.
Now that's crazy. They would put that on the Discovery Channel or something like that.
Tell me they didn't have GoPros and you know what I'm saying? Like document the whole shit.
They see a shark.
Watch. That's probably the most expensive thing on the fucking craft.
Hold on. So what if like this? Okay, so you just what if somebody did have a GoPro, right? And they're recording this shit, right? And then like they don't know or some shit like that, and then come to find out, like Dummy Boy was saying, or was Eddie saying, it's not even the people that we think is on that submarine. It's different people. Like that shit's gonna be crazy. What if they just found like 5 homeless people and put them on that bitch, and they're all cracked out with the fucking logic tech playing fucking Call of Duty, so they think
playing Call of Duty underwater is crazy. With that much pressure and no service.
So they're like, bzz, 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 take off the whole shit, and the niggas back there like, sup, dude. He's playing fucking PS5. Sup, dude.
Well, I mean, the son is which billionaire son is it? Tweeting about I'm single, ladies, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, but your dad goes to fucking outer space and shit like that. Like, who gives? He does crazy shit all the time. He probably thinks that he's gonna be okay just because his dad does fucking outlandish dumb shit all the time. But you don't
hear this? Like, everyone knows that the submarine's like stuck down there. It's not like going outer space and then they can come back. They're not stuck in space. You know what I mean?
So, and this is another thing too. Like,
we are not.
Why are you wasting money just to go, right? What kind of information are we getting back that's going to help humanity? For you know what I mean? This is like the dumbest trip ever. You can't even
the Titanic shit.
Yeah, you can, there's not even any kind of machinery on that bitch to like, oh, I see a treasure chest. Let me grab this bitch and bring it back to the
top. Like a transformer.
You just say, oh, fuck, look at all that gold. Let's float back up to the top, guys. Like, what
it goes back to the social media mentality. We all post things that are good, right? We don't ever post the bad. So people go down there and they can come back and be like, I've seen it. You ain't seen it, but I've seen it. Like, that's all.
Yeah, I did, bitch, on YouTube. I just seen it. 2 days ago. Before they found your stupid ass, I was watching this shit on YouTube.
Look, let me search this 360 of the Titanic.
Wait, let me pull it up right now.
Look, I can see when it was up on water.
And you know, with Apple coming out with that fucking goggle shit.
That's the explorer mentality, man. That's what they want to do. They want to go in. That's what they want to do. But no, like I said, man, I believe completely that this shit is just fucking bullshit, man. Because everybody now is talking about this.
Right.
But I did not know that they were even launching fucking submarines for this shit. Like, I had no idea about this company, right? Like, and I know there's probably people who knew about it. I'm not saying that there wasn't, because I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, well, I followed them. They're gonna lie and do that bullshit. Oh,
I've been on
this company forever.
I've been on the committee for 5 years.
Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I didn't. I did not know, and nobody. I'm assuming. Oh, yeah. I think we told you yesterday about this stuff, right, or the day before yesterday that this was happening. So there's a lot of us who did not know that they were even doing this. And now all of a sudden, boom, like these people go missing and we all know about it. So I'm saying, like, I don't think these motherfuckers are on. I think this was a good way for billionaires and billionaires alike to fake their own death and get out of some shit that they weren't supposed to. And that might be talking down, like these motherfuckers might be in there, and I might be talking down on the dead, but in my mentality, I don't know them. So I'm thinking we talk so much shit about how the government and the billionaires are running this fucking country and they could do whatever the hell they want. And then we're going to sit here and go, yeah, they definitely went down in a submarine. No, like it just doesn't make sense.
But I just don't like every time we have some of these conversations that, like, I don't know, because, like, it's either dad or somebody else who makes it a conspiracy theory. I don't think this is a conspiracy theory.
Fuck you.
I think they're just
fuck you because your brain doesn't fucking work and mine does.
Bro, we're all human. You can't just do one dumb thing and then it just happened. They were probably
this man is like fucking 60 or 80 years old.
Exactly.
Like, you do dumb shit at that age? Like, what the fuck? Like, okay, all right.
What are you talking about? We're human beings.
If you get rich and then you're like, oh, Dad, I'm about to go fucking down and go see fucking La La Land on the ocean.
You can be
like,
an expert
all right, bro, just sign this fucking paper right here. Sign your whole life away and then see ya.
You're acting like if you're a billionaire, you're so diverse in knowledge and
like they're saying, dummy boy, like they're billionaires. They got rich because they didn't make dumb decisions, because they made smart decisions, or they had smart people surrounding them to tell them this is the path you should go. Like, you're telling me that they didn't go, hey, let's
your advisors ain't advising very advisors.
Yeah, let's say it's the four of us and y'all are my advisors, and I say, hey, I think I'm gonna go get on this Titanic.
Like, yo, that's a real bad look, bro. Like,
no, I shouldn't do that. Y'all think I should do it?
Nah,
it's
not
just
really.
two no's and one yes. I'm taking the two no's.
It's risky. You're gonna fuck it up for everybody, because if you're a billionaire, you probably got like mad niggas working for you or people depending on you, and like, you know what I mean? I don't know what kind of billionaire he is. If somebody could Google that shit and figure out like what the fuck he does. If he has like, if he's Jeff Bezos, if you die, bro, it could fuck up like the economy, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying. Yeah. So, like, yeah, bro, that type of shit. You got people fucking depending on you. You can't just go fucking jump out of a window just because you. But fucking want to ride in a Coke can.
That's not what I'm saying, though. I don't think it was caused alarm. Like, I think people were just thinking, like, oh, this is. I mean, do you want to take a break, or you have been working hard? You could have this little vacation, this little
island, or fucking.
Bro, they already done that.
But I think Eddie was onto something the other day in the group chat.
If you're a billionaire, you haven't done that yet. Gigi's in chat, bro.
So do it again. What the fuck?
Do it again.
No, I think Eddie was onto something the other day. He said, like, oh, how quickly everybody forgot about this alien sighting because of this. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what if this? I don't know. Like, yeah, kind of did send me down a rabbit hole with that shit
in the sky.
When the airplane, the missing Malaysian flight, right? When that was it was big news. We were all talking about it, and then all of a sudden something happened, and now the last time you heard about it is when I mentioned it in the group chat, right? Like, nobody's talked about this shit. I'm sure if we go and we look for it, yeah, it's there, or somebody has found it, but I haven't heard anything.
No, I watched not that it's that credible of a news source, but they have that thing on Netflix about it, and it still says on there that it's still missing. Nothing's been found.
Yeah.
I mean,
but the aliens
in the ocean,
in the
right?
backyard, the aliens in the backyard, footage of this bitch crashing. The police cam, what do you call that? The body cam.
Yeah.
The cop was getting ready to walk in the backyard, and it says, "Oh, this footage was cropped out because it's this person's private property." Do you know how many police videos are out there where the cops chasing a guy, jumping fences, and going through people's backyard?
Nobody
now, all of a sudden, it's
yeah.
private property.
Right.
Come on, man, get the fuck out of here.
It's on cops film live on the scene with a.
Oh, you want to respect your cops, flowers, and
this is an actual show, not a reenactment.
All right, the billionaire family that's on there, I think the dad is the vice chairman of Ingro Corporation, which is Pakistan's largest fertilizer company.
Oh shit! So that was the son and the dad.
The son and dad. Yeah.
Okay. What about the white guy billionaire?
What? Yeah, the explorer dude.
Oh, I haven't looked into him. I'll do that. But Dummy boy, you had asked like, why is this? Why has everything got to be a conspiracy? It's more in the lines of like we're being lied to by governments all the time, right? Like it's blatantly in our face. FBI, open up! So it's okay to assume that everything they say is a lie until we're proven that it's true. We can just assume that it's. I mean, lie.
Yeah,
something
but then,
like this though.
I just don't like when it gets to the point of like, you know, I take out the garbage or I take out the trash and put the trash can on the curb, and now it's a whole conspiracy that I met an alien while I was walking to the trash can, and now. You know, this other situation was happening down the street, and they're distracting me.
See, I know where you're trying to go with that, but you asked why couldn't a billionaire just be stupid enough to do this, right? Like, why couldn't they have just decided to do it? Well, you're not a billionaire. Would you have done this?
Yeah, I would. I would have. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just make like those kind of decisions.
You're a dumbass.
But you're not a billionaire. So somebody who's regular would do that.
Right.
Like we had already mentioned, billionaires, they have advisors. They have insurance companies that insure them and their entire family in case something happens.
And on top of that, go ahead.
So they're gonna be told, hey man, don't fucking do this, you know, like don't try and do this. If you're an idiot, I'm not saying that this if he is dead, I'm not calling him an idiot, but if you're dumb enough to do that, then okay, then everything's right. And like you said, that people can do this, but until I'm told that it's something different, because normally billionaires don't make these type of.
Let me make the point on Eddie's point. So he went outer space on the Jeff Bezos big cock rocket, and then you know, he did this dive thing, right? You can look at Jeff Bezos cock rocket and know that, like, yo, this dick looking thing that goes to outer space is pretty well made.
Oh,
and then you look at this Coke can shit and it's like, bruh, I'm just gonna take my L. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't give me my fucking money back, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna be like, nigga, I'm not riding in that shit, bro. What the fuck? No, I'm not doing it. I don't give a fuck how much money I got. You know what I'm saying? Not doing it.
If I was a billionaire, what I would do is I would say, hey, do you want to take a ride on a fucking submarine and go see the Titanic? I'll pay your ride. And I'll do that 10 times before I get on that motherfucker.
What does the picture of the submarine look like? I haven't even seen the submarine.
Oh my God. See, you're just talking without even fucking knowing what the fuck this shit even looks like, bro.
I mean, ain't it a ball
they
or something?
They can't stand up in it. They all have to sit down in this empty, hollow.
It looks like a fleshlight.
How do you know what that looks like? How do you know what that looks like?
I was deployed.
Well, we use Pringles cans. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more
risky.
Whoa, Pringles cans! What the fuck? Trying to cut your fucking wiener off, or what?
With some chips?
No, the end you take it off, you know, and then it's a long story.
All right, I'm about to show this shit. Check this out.
Yeah, maybe this giving me a little bit more of a clear.
So that's it. Let me move this over.
Kind of looks like a butt plug a little bit.
Looks like a sperm.
Look it from the front.
Why is this little ass in like? Why is that? Yeah, why is that?
I mean,
they said they got it from NASA, so aerodynamics, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
In the water?
I don't fucking know, dude.
The fuck?
I don't know. I'm not a.
It's a Coke can, B.
On.
Yeah,
it's a half smashed Coke can.
The shit they built on Fast and the Furious was more sophisticated than that shit.
By the way, show that video. Just show that picture one more time. I want y'all to see this. Show that picture one more time.
Blowhorn.
There's no windows
in the front.
There's no one in the front. Yeah.
That's
literally. Yeah.
Yeah, just
like, there's no like you're paying $250K.
Yeah, get the fuck out of the way! I can't see.
Wait, that's
my turn.
Wait,
and
that's
to look at it on screens because they have cameras and shit around it, so you have to look at it on the screen too.
See, I just rather watch YouTube. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a lot safer.
You could have sent a fucking drone down there and not risk your dumbass life, bro. Like,
wait. It's messed up.
Watch that bitch in 8K.
It's messed up because that's the picture of the ship, right?
What?
Somebody was down there and They took a picture of
I mean, that's probably like just right there. You know what I'm saying?
They've done it before.
I was about to say that would have been messed up. They're like right next to the ship.
Why would you wait
They're
until
all
you get
struggling.
12,000 feet underwater, bro, and then take
Hold
a
on,
picture?
that would be a conspiracy, dummy boy. Now you wouldn't believe in that, would you?
Oh, dun dun dun!
I never said I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I just said that not everything should be a conspiracy theory.
He's like, oh, y'all always just gotta turn everything into a conspiracy. Fuck off.
Yes.
Fuck
We've
off.
been fucked over one too many.
Not everything
I mean,
should
I
be a
get it,
conspiracy,
yeah.
but you should question everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It don't got to be a conspiracy. You're a fucking quack. You're a wacko because you fucking question shit. Like, bro, that's people's way of fucking like writing you off and making you look fucking crazy when this shit actually could be something. Because, you know what I mean? Like, the question is out there. It could actually be something. Until you can prove me wrong.
But I don't know. You like, there's not a lot of evidence to, kind of justify
And
the
look,
reason.
look at this
so it's
little
like,
weenie ass window too, bro. I'd be pissed. Look at this little small ass window, bro. Hell no.
so they probably made it small because of the pressure down there. But I don't know.
That shit is crazy.
I would have just been like, yo.
Hold on, stop right there. No. It said capable of diving 4,000 feet. Literally on that screen, it just said capable of diving 4,000 feet. Why in the fuck would they think about going 12?
A 5 people.
Well, it says 4,000 meters.
That's meters.
Oh, 13,000 feet. My bad. Okay, but still, 13,000 feet is its maximum depth. I'm not pushing it that far. Nope.
Hey,
What about a blue whale hits that bitch thinking it's something to fuck?
Oh my god! Imagine sitting there and then all you hear is.
but it still just brings me back to my and this is what drives the conspiracy theory, if you want to call it that, or make you question it, is that you're still a fucking billionaire, and you could like the amount of resources you have as a billionaire, the people that you know that you could fucking reach out to, like would be very like abundant, and you could somehow, some way, somebody got a motherfucking a submarine, bro, and they could take you down this bitch.
You know what's crazy is they could easily attach steel cable to run them down there, and then pull them right back up.
What, Eddie?
It's like they went through all this stuff, and the answer is Paul's. Oh, just put a cable on it, man. What's up? Like, why didn't y'all just do that? Like, come on.
Listeners like, I got an answer.
That's that one movie. What?
Am I wrong?
What was it called? When they went down in the cage?
Sure they looked
the
into
47
that.
meters down.
Yeah, 47 meters
It
down.
wouldn't be that expensive in comparison to how much they're charging people, and they could probably build that shit at a fucking.
But you seen what happened in 47 meters down, right?
Yeah, they got all delusional and thought they made it out.
No,
and
the
then they
fucking
just
thing
died.
broke and they fucking slammed to the bottom of the ocean. Like,
Nah, you could make it work. You can make it work. Family.
You can do it.
yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
No, that was in the beginning because at the end, that's when. No, I'm not gonna get. Too
But you gotta
deep into that,
account, all right. So if it's a chain or it's like some kind of cables or whatever the fuck, you gotta account for the ocean moving and shit too, right?
Yeah.
So like, and you said it was like 2 miles, 2.5 miles or some shit like that. Where in the fuck are you?
No, they make it. No, coiled tubing. And coiled tubing, the pipe they use, they run 36,000 feet or 30,000 feet of tubing. So they could easily run 12,000 feet of cable. Easy.
Yeah, if they
Strong
can't.
cable too. They could use chromoly steel to fucking run down there. It's not going to break. That shit is not going to break.
See, should have had you on the research team, man.
But then you would have to build like a rig right above, like how are you
Go
doing
ahead,
this?
build it.
You're,
wanna save their
you're doing
lives?
this from a boat or ship?
Yeah, you could do it from a ship. Yeah, that's how they do a lot of the offshore drilling. They do it like this.
Yeah, I guess because if you take like a fucking
Call
big
the
ass ship,
boat.
and then this fucking ship mysteriously sinks right next to the Titanic. How about that one?
Now that's a fucking conspiracy. I'm done.
They said, "Get over
Oh
here,
no, iceberg, guys!
Jack! Hold my hand." Aren't there nothing but men in that ship? GG's.
And a little kid. No!
Oh,
No! Oh my god! Oh no! It's a fucking rich man vacay.
They're They're like, hey, little boy.
Hey, little boy.
You want to know what $1 billion can get you?
Bruh.
Because they can't go anywhere because of the implications.
You know,
They get away with it because it's in the middle of the ocean, right?
Oh,
There's
we
no
said he can't
jurisdiction
get that
out
one.
there.
There's no
don't know.
jurisdiction. It's international waters.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dog. We
you can do whatever
were
you want,
fucking 2 miles down below, bitch. You can't arrest me. Where, bitch?
And if you're gonna tell, we just popped. Oh wait, you can't because we're stuck in here, stupid motherfucker.
and then how are they gonna know? There's no cameras. Well,
Damn.
like inside.
Jesus.
And that's homeboy's dad. Like he just offers them up.
Oh,
Son.
all right, I'm done.
There has to be times for great sacrifices.
I'm out of there. That's it.
with
God.
with great power comes great responsibility.
It turns out they're like KKK members, and
Emotional damage.
That
No, all
was
right.
definitely-
So on to the fucking alien shit, bro. All right, so that is bullshit. Like, what the fuck? You just see some kind of explosion and that shit falls down to the ground. Did y'all see the interview with the fucking people?
Nah.
So they
Not
catch
really,
they
off
catch
and
the
on.
fucking shit exploding and falling down on the cop cam, right? They never found a craft or anything to go along with a craft. Like, so what the fuck exploded? You know what I'm saying? And then so you didn't see the interview?
no,
Okay,
okay,
so-
you know,
So the law, another law ends up showing up, or maybe the same law ends up showing up to a call where these people said that they seen an alien in their fucking backyard. He said the kid said that he seen like an 8 to 10 foot slender man basically in his fucking backyard or whatever the fuck. And the cops like, did y'all see the explode? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to, it just sounds such like bullshit. Cause where is anything to prove anything? You know what I'm saying? Like if it explodes and falls from the sky, there's gotta be shit, right? It had to hit something. It was like in a city. Somebody else would have called like, hey, there's a fucking wing in my backyard. I got half a craft in my shit. You know what I'm saying?
there's
Unless
literally
it was
something
built-
I don't know in my backyard.
Unless it was built with like an invisible cloak and you can't see it.
So it's
Oh
Wonder
my
Woman
God.
in there.
They probably got it from Home Depot. So it's like, that fucking cloak sucks dick because it got hit by something or ran into something.
I knew we shouldn't buy those nails from Home Depot.
The aliens like Ned and Jed like, God damn it, Jed! I told you to turn off your fucking invisible cloak. You can't have it on at the same time when we're driving in the same or in opposite direction. We ran into each other. Now look at us. God damn it! What if the fucking aliens are really hillbillies, bro?
They're super racist.
they're the outcasts of their planet.
They're
No,
space-
they live here. Those people in the Appalachian Mountains or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen that shit?
the what?
Back in the holler.
Yeah, you know. What if they're actually aliens and they're just hiding out like retards? You know what I'm saying? Or like sped ass niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I did hear somebody. It was some guy that was like a part of the government or whatever, but they called him
And they got mad serious.
Not because they were digging through the ground. I think it was like they were digging through the ground and then they went up in the mountain, and
Hey yo,
there was like a hard like shell right there, and so they broke through and then they found some aliens there.
where are they?
Oh.
It was like in some random mountain, but they called the guy to go in there and kind of like interview the alien, I guess. But
Hold on, what's that guy's name from back in the day, bro? Fuck, he allegedly worked at Area 51.
Interview the alien. I don't know.
I don't know how he interviewed somebody who don't speak English.
Okay, now I get how he doesn't believe the conspiracy theories.
Makes total sense now. You know?
Now it makes total sense. Okay. I was talking to the wrong person. My bad.
They were like, they think the top of the
it's
mountain, they
creep.
think it twists open to fly off. And I'm like, so then there's just like,
Where they like
room
the,
right
the fucking Ninja Turtles like coming out the fucking.
Where in the fuck did you hear this?
What mountain have you seen with a flat surface?
Oh, we've seen mountains with the flat surface.
Like completely flat, like as
They're
flat
called
as this-
plateaus.
yeah, they're called plateaus. You just got out of school.
No, I'm talking about a sharp mountain like this that's completely cut like this.
A mountain.
And now it's just a perfect circle at the top.
Do you think? So let me ask you something. Do you think that when you climb any and every mountain, you're just going to reach a tippy point like this? Is that what you think?
No, I think some of them got mohawks for sure.
Jesus Christ. Nice cleanup.
That's why you can only climb some of them.
Dummy boy strikes again. He never fails to let us down.
To be fair, I never climbed a mountain, so
Take me out.
Doing your job. It's good.
see, if I was a billionaire, I could climb a mountain, and then I'd end up being on the news talking about I'm stuck on a mountain.
I'm stuck on a mountain. All right, so here's another conspiracy theory we can contend with. I think y'all are finding this pretty
Welcome to the
fucking
Conspiracy
hilarious.
Pod.
This is fucking hilarious, though. Y'all can see it.
Y'all
They
stop.
sure
Is that
cut
Greg
away
Abbott?
quickly once that leg.
He moved his leg.
Oh.
He moved his fucking leg. He can walk, yo.
Ooh, is that Greg Abbott?
Yes. Look at watch closely.
They sure cut away quickly once that leg.
It moved. It moved.
It did move.
He didn't pick it up either. Watch.
They sure
His hands
cut
are in his
away
lap.
quickly once that leg moved.
The Senate is going to
Ooh.
Bro, it just dragged on the floor. Did it not?
Maybe it was
just
like
skip
a
on the
nerve
floor?
reaction.
Bro, you didn't see this?
Did it not just drag on the floor and skip?
How pissed would you be? Not
Paralyzed
you.
from the waist down means that the nerves aren't working.
Right.
Hey, I'm trying to be.
He's
Nah,
I
I'll
don't
be
care
pretty
for Greg
mad.
Abbott.
What is
I don't. I'm sure he's a
quadriplegic,
great
right?
guy, but
Is
I just don't care
quadriplegic
for
or
him.
paraplegic? What is it?
Oh no.
Paraplegic, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Paraplegic.
All right. I'm not a doctor, guys. Sorry. But or a scientist or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
But you've been getting all of these passes, being crippled, and then you're just not crippled.
No, like Eddie and Paul, how pissed would you be if you found out this fool can actually walk and he's just using that shit for sympathy? Catching the sympathy vote is fucked up, bro.
Oh my god,
Right next to crying, sad little puppy commercials. Freedom. You got Greg Abbott over here in a wheelchair talking about help us.
And he just goes home and is just walking around like he's good at the house.
Damn, I'm tired of being in that fucking chair. God damn it, bitch. My ass is all numb and shit. Getting tired of this gig.
He's like, hold on, I think I got a wedgie.
That's like,
what if he like fucking hurt himself one day and they were like, you got to use a wheelchair for like 2 weeks, and then he realized how much, like, holy shit, I'm fucking getting a lot of fucking views off this shit. I'm fucking on fire. Fuck it, let's roll this bitch.
rolling.
I'll just tell them later. I'm
Have you
not.
seen that Family Guy episode where Meg like goes blind for a little bit?
Yeah.
And then she can start seeing again. Like, yeah, Let me find out, Greg Abbott.
Let me find out.
Nah, bro, didn't he fall out of a tree or something?
I don't know.
Or yeah,
I did.
I think it's the same story, bro. I swear to God, I think it's the same story.
That's me.
Is it?
Yes, bro. I think he fell out of a tree. and
Wow.
fucked up his back, bro.
L legs. What the?
Let's see. Let me ask my AI.
He got no
Exactly,
landing
yeah.
skills. Like,
No, like,
Come
yeah,
on,
when I
bro.
was younger, I don't know. I was
How did
fucking
Greg
young as
Abbott
fuck. I fell out of a tree
End up in
and
a
I was
wheelchair?
temporarily paralyzed. I couldn't even get up and walk. And so they had to put me on a stretcher and all that shit. They took me to the hospital.
how tall was the tree?
Look, yeah, Greg Abbott became paralyzed when he fell out of a tree while.
a tree fell on
Oh, a tree fell on him. My fault.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
jogging.
You can't just you
I still
can't catch
blame,
a
I still
tree.
blame me falling out of the tree on Google person because she was eating that Nestle Crunch. Like, I still blame her for that to this day. She jinxed me with that shit.
Bro, how unlucky do you have to be to just be running and oh no, a tree.
No thunder, no nothing. It's just natural
It's just
occurrence.
mad bright outside and all the thunder and lightning in the sky.
You can actually hear the birds chirping like it's a beautiful afternoon.
And it was in 1984, so he had like he might have had a Walkman on, but I don't even think that was invented back then. You know,
He had the headphones with the antenna on it, man. Them motherfuckers.
he really didn't have nothing on. He's just listening to nature, and he's like, "What the fuck is that?" And then next thing you know, I can't walk anymore. What the fuck?
Let me try this new route I found on. That's messed up, bro.
Just jogging and randomly.
I didn't know about that little leg thing.
I wonder.
Yeah, y'all are connected, bro. Y'all are intertwined. You know what I'm saying? You fell out of a tree. He got hit by a tree. Same shit.
Yeah, something with a tree and
I
the
got a
ground.
Hey, you ought to fucking get you a wheelchair, bro, and like ham it up. You know?
Exactly. Next
No, I live
episode,
on
you're
a third story. Fuck that.
Tree gate.
Bro, would it have been? Oh, never mind. I ain't gonna say it.
No,
Would it? All right, fuck it. Would it have been fucked up when you came back from war, bro? Like, if you rolled around the corner to your family, like in a wheelchair, bro, like sitting on your legs. You're like you Lieutenant Dan.
You give it like a day or two, get everybody to do what you want.
Lieutenant Dan, what happened to your legs? I ain't got no legs, dummy.
Hey, and then I told Carmen, hey, I don't want you to wipe my ass. Don't get old. I'm paralyzed, bro. Help me out. I can't even reach it.
They're like, Lizard, can you reach our remote? Oh, sure.
Bro, everybody's all crying and he just stands up. He's like, I was just joking.
What y'all crying for? It's a joke, guys.
That'd be fucked.
Stupid.
That's super fucked.
That's bad juju. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. So it was mentioned earlier about the chicken, the made up meat, the fake meat.
Okay.
You know
McDonald's?
I think Paul had brought that shit up. This was one of the topics that I wanted
Bezos
to
shit. Not Bezos. Bill Gates.
Yeah, Bill Gates. Of course, he's behind everything. Everything.
He was some shit with COVID too, wasn't he?
He was trying to drop a vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he had something to do with it. Oh gosh. What kind of news is that?
TikTok news, brother. The only news that counts.
The news. What kind of hair is that?
Distracted by a rich guy who got lost in a submarine. While Americans have been distracted by a rich guy who got lost in a submarine, quietly in the shadows, U.S. regulators approved the sale of synthetic lab-grown meat to the American public. This is not a parody. This is not a joke. Let's get into it. In this article from the Associated Press titled, U.S. Approves Nation's First Lab-Grown Meat, Chicken Made from Animal Cells, it talks about how 2 California companies got the approval to sell this shit to us. So I'm thinking to myself, who could be that powerful to convince U.S. regulators to sell us synthetic lab-grown meat? And it's none other than our good buddy, Billy Boy Blue, who's been the primary investor in companies that are trying out different synthetic meats for us to enjoy. He's also one of the majority shareholders in Impossible Meats. So I'm thinking, this guy's just a computer wizard. He's not a nutritionist. He's not a
By the way, I have an Impossible meat.
scientist. Could he be after consolidating the food supply? I don't know. But what I do know is that Bill Gates is the largest private farmland owner in the United States. Not Jimbo, who comes from a long line of farmers, a tech billionaire. And you know what he's doing with this land? Nothing. Everything that was once growing on it. America, you should be very, very concerned right now with what is going on.
Hey, Mimo, is this a conspiracy theory?
On in the background while they keep flashing this billionaire who got lost in a submarine for the past few days, nonstop. Do you know that they just caught 123 people on the terrorist watch list trying to cross the border in Mexico? Ooh. Something big is coming, or else all of the media networks wouldn't have agreed to show us this bullshit while our country is falling apart.
Wow.
Well, no, that one had a lot more information.
Is crazy because I was watching some videos and they were talking about how allegedly like Joe Biden made a deal with the cartels to start doing like mall shootings and kidnapping people and telling them if you don't do this and this, we're gonna kill your family.
No, that's a conspiracy for that ass.
Like, bro, what? Well, fuck. Everybody thought Fast and Furious was a conspiracy until it was real.
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Not the movie, the actual.
A billionaire like Bill Gates buying up all the majority of the farmland or anything. I mean, he just wants to buy land, right, dummy boy? I mean, he just wants to go ahead and just do that. He wants to take up farming instead of computing. People do that all the time. I mean, I don't understand what the problem is, right? Like,
but look, I said not everything is a conspiracy. I didn't say there aren't conspiracy. Like, stuff that doesn't have a lot of information on it, you can't just off the rip be like, oh, that's a conspiracy. But if you gave me a little bit more information, then I'll be like, okay, I'm starting to lean in and I'm starting to hear you out. You know what I mean? So when
it comes to us giving information and saying this is the way we think, you don't tie into it. But if you were to watch some random person like this on TikTok, who
I mean, I need a verified.
It's that guy's for real. Like,
I mean, I need a verified guy. You know what I mean? You can't just, if you hear some random guy give you, like on the street, just give you a nutritional fact, you're gonna just believe him off the rip. Or
Depends how he
says it.
Nutritional facts. Like,
but if some doctor says it, you would be more inclined to listen to him than this random guy on the street, right? Like if it was a hobo.
Not always. I don't trust doctors half the time.
That's what the
You don't
that's
trust
kinda,
anybody, bro.
It's true.
but you said nutritional fact. Like, a fact is a fact. Like, so.
But let's
that's
compare apples to apples. We're talking about politics. We're talking about world situations, not nutritional facts. Like, it,
bro,
you can, I guess, scientifically
that's an
prove that
example
steak has
of
so many grams of protein.
If
in
somebody
it.
goes
You can't prove to date that, what is it, 9 terrorists flew planes into fucking buildings. You still can't prove it.
Yeah.
With beyond a shadow of a doubt, even the Pentagon and Shanksville. So there are conspiracy theories, and no expert, so to speak, official government expert, I should say, has ever gone on record saying that it was a conspiracy or whatever. They've had experts, but not a governmental expert. You're not going to get governmental experts to say this is true or false. And when they do, you're
acting like I completely trust into the government, and I don't.
The cold part about it is that he'll question this guy that I just, put on here, and he's like, well, if you're not going to show me facts, you know what I'm saying? But he won't go research this shit for himself at all either. You know what I'm saying? So if you supply it for him, he'll call an argument for that shit, and then you gotta supply him the other side to show him like that the argument is real.
I mean, if I'm invested into the situation, then of course I'll do my research. But like, I'm just basing off of what I'm seeing right here.
Be all curious, bro.
I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and let you know right now. I don't, and I pretty much am the standard of what everybody else is. I don't research shit. That's why I never said, "Oh, I research all this." Everything I do is just from the thought. Whenever I hear somebody tell me, like at the bar, "Oh, well, I researched this," I'm like, "Really? Did you research it, or did you just go online and find somebody who has researched it and they kind of align with what you're saying, and then you go with like research is actually going through the lines and doing everything to prove it wrong. That's what research is, right? Like me, I don't do that shit.
I mean,
I'm
just
like,
do
hey,
a few
man,
Googles.
I believe this, and that's it. Like,
yeah, and I don't believe just one person. Like, I mean, sure, he gave us these facts or whatever, but if I see more than one person like talking about the same research, and then it starts to kind of in line with everybody's like what everybody has been researching, and everything comes together.
But this is not new. And what are you talking about? About Bill Gates buying up all the land, or like the fake meat?
No, I'm saying just in general.
In general, what about what?
Oh, conspiracy theories.
In general, conspiracy theories. We kind of went off because you walked away.
So the topic of the shit was about the fucking synthetic meat or whatever the fucking. Apparently, that's real because the fucking FDA approved.
The FDA approved it. Yeah.
But I knew about fake chicken though.
But what I'm saying is, what I said was, there's nothing completely wrong with that, right? I mean, because Bill Gates is a guy who just became famous because of the Microsoft era. He's a billionaire, and all of a sudden he's buying up the majority shares of farming land. And what I said was, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, I mean, it's okay because there's no research saying that he's doing nothing bad. Right. He's just buying up all this land. Like that was
Yet he controls so much of the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever he wants put out there is going to get put out there, and what he doesn't want put out there, I believe he could easily stop that shit.
By the way, that's what I say to people when I tell them about conspiracy theories as well. I tell them, Well, if you're researching it online is like government shit. Like they allow what they want to be online. And if they don't like it, they go ahead and censor it. So how can you believe any of this stuff? Books get sold all the time and then they ban it because it's wrong ideas or whatever, you know? So they'll just go ahead and ban these books. And it's like, but you're promoting things that are okay, like that you deem okay. Right. So that's why I'm saying when it comes to research, you're going to have to actually draw the line and find the patterns to what you believe is going to be true. You know, like
I use DuckDuckGo. So
that's it.
And I asked my trusty AI, you know what I'm saying?
Your trusty AI is owned by Bill Gates. No,
I use Firefox. I use Safari.
That shit's so
yeah. I use Safari in that.
I use my textbook.
Mode.
That shit mad old. He's out here like this.
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah, ask Jeeves.
Go ahead and log into your MySpace account, buddy.
All right, y'all. Well, shit. That's another episode of the motherfucking Porta Poddy podcast, episode 80, man. We done came a long way, you know what I'm saying? And still fucking it up. Either way it goes. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all coming on, Lizard, you know what I'm saying? Dove Deep. I guess I can say appreciate Dummy Boy for coming on since it's just my show now. Cause, you know, anyways.
That's why you're not going to get no win.
All right, we'll see y'all next time, y'all. Yeah, flush them down.